Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the latest recap of Ladies Night. This is actually the season finale. So, the episode started off with Spinderella meeting up with Jimmy in her room, if I'm not mistaken, and so they were having a conversation, and she was just like, I don't know what I gotta do to try to see if this is gonna work, because she's basically at the end of her rope as far as how she feels about the situation. She done got to the point where she calling everybody real name. Her real name is Deidre. Salt's real name is Cheryl. I've always known that. And Pep's real name is Sandy. I don't remember if I ever knew that or not, but I definitely knew Salt's name was Cheryl. Anyway, but yeah, she was just like, I'm gonna try, and if it don't work, I'm gonna leave. Okay. So, meanwhile, in Australia, Salt and Pepper are there, and they are backstage getting ready. Now, the tensions are so thick to the point of where everybody's backstage getting ready, but Spinderella is already out on the stage in her little DJ booth. Like, she is completely disconnected, like, don't want to talk to them, don't want to be around them. And we already saw the beginning signs of that anyway when they were doing their whatever, I don't know if it was a spot date or one of their actual regular shows, where she was just in her room by herself or wherever she was getting mentally prepared, and everybody else was just in a whole other area. So yeah, it's pretty bad. At this point, they are unsure as to whether or not Taj and Lily are going to show up, because it's already a done deal as far as Coco is concerned. She had a breakdown. She's not coming. And Taj and Lily said that they would come and represent on their behalf and at least do what a man with them. Okay, so at this point, we don't see nobody. We don't know if they coming. And I'm just like, Lord, did they just say ain't no reason to come because we ain't going to be able to perform? Because the promoters are looking forward to them, because they have sold the show as far as a package deal, as far as like, hey, SWV is going to be here with Salt and Pepper. They're going to do a little bit too. So, y'all, last minute, What a Man come on, and they ain't had time to practice. They didn't do nothing. The show was already going on when they got there, and they came out just in time, and they were trying to do What a Man. Y'all, it was terrible. It was terrible. Let's just be real. It was terrible. Taj kept messing up so bad on her steps, and at one point in time, she did a kick and almost kicked Pepper in the chest, and we all know she is completely, plastic and whatnot. I'm just saying, like, she really was like, ooh, I was like, girl, you almost kicked her. I thought she almost kicked her in the face, but she said she almost kicked her in her chest. And I was like, Lord, this is too much, y'all. It was so bad that when they got off stage, they were just, oh, it didn't go that well. Hopefully it was, it didn't seem that bad to the fans. Lies. Jimmy talked to them, and they were like, yeah. So I talked to the promoters. They weren't happy. It was considered to be terrible to the point of where they did not want to move forward at all with SWV as part of the package if Coco's not going to be there. So since Coco is definitely not going to be there, they said they don't even want them to show up on the stage. So yeah, Lily is all the way in her feelings, because she was like, man, we've done so much to get back together, and I feel like this is really our for real second chance, and we were out here in front of 55,000 people. A lot of these people might have been potential new fans, and they didn't hear nothing from us because Coco got stuff going on. And it's, even though I ain't had nothing to do with them, that was actually something out of their control that really does reflect on the whole group. And it's sad how that panned out, and I was just like, Lord. So yeah, Lily is upset to the point where she is like out and about in Australia, and she's talking to somebody. I think he is a part of their team in some way. And, he was like, speak your mind, what's going on? And so she got really emotional, and she was like, I have fought too hard and too long to get to this point to where another person messes up situations for us. Like, she's really in her feelings, and I don't blame her. Like, she made me want to cry a little bit. I live for Lily. I like Lily. Lily is very... But, she even though I would have perceived her to be completely different, she knows the time and the place, but she don't play no games. I like Lily. But she was really in her feelings and started crying. I was like, oh. Y'all, so Salt-N-Pepa met up with Jimmy and they were talking, and, you know, they were just there by themselves at first. And this was all without Spinderella. So they're talking and they were just like, you know, I don't know what's going on. And he was just like, look, I met up with her and she still has all these grievances from 30 some years ago, from when y'all first started, and she left and came back and all this other stuff. And it just got to the point where both of them were like, look, we'd have been on this road with her before. There's nothing really that we can do, because she wants to keep harping on a situation that she shouldn't even be bringing up, because they're a company and she is just somebody who they hired on as a part of the company. She is not a direct partner in this company. She literally is somebody just getting a check. She's not Salt-N-Pepa. She is just the DJ. In all, you know, honesty, it's just what it is. She's just the DJ. She was there to do a job, and she's very much so replaceable. Salt-N-Pepa, they are not replaceable. Y'all, they got emotional, and they were just like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I kind of feel like it's gonna go left. And, you know, we've had so much success, and I don't want it to be thrown away because she wants to stay in her feelings about something that she shouldn't be in her feelings about. And I'm like, I get it. I kind of get both sides a little bit, but Spinderella be doing the most. Deidre be doing the most. Girl, you want the world. And like when she was talking to Jimmy, he basically kind of was like, you know, or one of them, either her or him, she knows she's like basically 10% of the group, and that they are 90. And so it's like, she was like, but I might be 10%, but I bring a whole lot. I've been bringing a whole lot to the table. And I'm just like, girl, calm down. You putting too much on it. You putting too much on it. I'm trying to be here for you, but you really is going all the way off when you ain't really got no stake in none of this like that. Because as you see, DJ, what is his name? I want to say DJ Wiz or whatever his name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. As soon as you're out, like as of right now, like in real life, you're out, he might already be back in. And like he already told you, when you asked him a question, if this situation would have happened again, like it did however many years ago before I called and asked for my job back, would you jump on it again? And he was like, yeah, I would basically do the same thing I did last time. And I would call you and be like, look, they asked me if I could be the DJ, and I'm going to say yes. Why would you be in your feelings about that? You are on terrible terms with them. You don't want to get over it. So what else? Why he got to turn down good money? Because Salt-N-Pepa make good money, despite the fact that Peppa be doing the most with her body, all this body augmentation mess that she shouldn't have never did. My thing is, I understand she's really, really small, but she be doing the most. And I'm like, girl, you went overboard on your breast. You really went overboard on your butt, your booty. And I'm just like, girl, stop. You're doing too much. Anyway, I ain't got time. Let's see. You know, it's like I was saying, it just got to a point where it's just like there is no satisfying her. No matter what we do, there's no satisfying her. Even when they have tried to speak up for her, given certain situations, they just sit up there and just take whatever she's saying, and they just said they feel like they've been bending way too much for her. And it's like, we're doing too much to be the actual group, and she's just somebody who is on payroll that we're paying to do a job, and that's it. Y'all, they ended up meeting up with Coco after everything, and you know, they let her know what was going on in Australia, and they was just like, look, it went bad, it was horrible, and since you weren't there, we weren't able to perform like we should have been able to perform. The promoters were not happy. And of course, they eventually were like, well, we have the Toni Braxton tour. We will actually be seen as equals. Toni actually recognizes us and has been saying that, you know, we are legends as well. So I'm glad that this is what is working for us, and we can actually show the people what they've been missing and actually possibly get a new audience. You never know. So yeah, y'all, I was like, yes, Lord, do that. Salt and Pepper met up with Jimmy again, and they were gonna have Spinderella to pop up. So she ended up eventually coming. Y'all, she knocked on the door like she was the police. I was like, girl, why you knocking on the door like that, y'all? They explained to her, we hear you, even though you feel as though we have not stood up for you and we have not included you and all this other stuff. We've done what was within our power to do. You know what I'm saying? We are a company. We are paying you. You are not. You're a group member. It's like she's a group member, but she's not like them. They themselves are the actual business. They are the company. When you hear Salt and Pepper, you hear the words, nobody, I ain't gonna lie, for the longest, I didn't even know that she was supposed to be considered a group member or anybody else who's filled her spot whenever she wasn't there. So I'm looking like, girl, every time I saw Salt and Pepper, it was literally Cheryl and Sandy. So I get what she's trying to say, but girl, no, you doing too much. She's very much so unhappy. It's getting to a place where they're talking and then y'all, it was already going left. You could tell it's about to be wrong. And Deidre is just like, Spinderella is just like, Cheryl, you don't even have to say it. You don't even have to say it. So basically she was like, yeah, we gonna have to go ahead and part ways because we ain't getting nowhere with you. So y'all, it was a mess. SWV is in Brooklyn and they are practicing and for the Toni Braxton tour, and Salt and Pepper show up, and you know, they were talking about how, you know, you supported us, so we came out to support y'all. And so they were like, y'all missing a member. So they were like, yeah. So then they ended up telling them like, look, Spinderella is no longer with us in this group, and we wish her well, but it ain't work out. And things like this happen sometime in the business, and we just gotta move forward, keep it pushing. So they kind of all were trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, we understand. And of course Todd did her little confessional, and she was like, I was hoping that it wasn't gonna go this way. I just feel sad for the situation and all that, girl. So Spinderella is in Texas at her home. Y'all, she got a nice house. That $1 million they gave her that one time, I don't know if that paid for the house. That house is nice. I can't even front. Girl, you got a nice house. Spinderella, Deidre, your house is really nice, girl. Very nice. She at the house, and she is hanging out with her daughter. She has an adult daughter who is pregnant, so she is about to be a grandmother and all that good stuff. She was like, well, you know, I have secured a DJing gig in Australia, so she's still going to be able to make money. So despite her splitting from them, she's still having some money come in and all that good stuff. Y'all, her and I don't know who else. But anyway, she went somewhere and they were like hanging out and partying or whatever. And I noticed her man, who goes by the name of Q, he was in there, he got on the mic. Y'all, I was like, I know he not. So he just sat up there, he done proposed to her. And of course she said yes. I feel like that ring was nice. Like that ring was blinged out. I was like, girl, wait a minute. That ring was nice. And she looked really, really happy. You saw all 32 teeth, girl. I was like, yes, you better do that. I don't blame you. I'm here for it. So yeah. And it ended up, you know, going off, showing, I was about to say Cheryl. I'm trying not to be shady. It ended up showing Salt and Pepper having a moment to themselves and just talking about their journey to where they are now and how they met. And they were just like, you know, it is what it is, and we together, and, you know, our friendship has somehow stood the test of time. And y'all, it was pretty good. I was here for it. The episode, you know, do what y'all do. I'm here for it. I still love y'all, even though Cheryl be doing the most sometimes. Pepper be doing the most too, but it's just, Cheryl just has some stuff with her, and I just be like, girl. But anyway, that is it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this recap. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comment section. How did you feel about the episode if you saw it? And will you still support Salt-N-Pepa and even Spinderella? And what do you think about SWV trying to make a comeback again? Because y'all know they did that TV show like a year or two ago. What is it, SWV Reunited or something like that? I watched it. I liked it. I was waiting on it to come back, but I don't know if that's going to come back or not. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it. I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Bye.